Hola Queens, it's your girl Queen T here, and you are tuning in for the Fiance Diaries podcast. And shout out to my YouTube channel. If you aren't aware, yes, you heard it first. Your girl is on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Radio Public, Breaker, Buzzsprout, Anchor, more to come. Make sure you download, subscribe actually, because you already should have the podcast app on your device, but make sure you subscribe to the Fiance Diaries podcast. All right. So today I'm going to be talking about the importance of having a safe space. And I didn't get too detailed about it in the podcast intro, because I wanted you to actually come in and see what the heck I'm talking about. All right, so a safe space goes both ways. There should be a safe space for your future husband, and there should be a safe space for you. This safe space has everything to do with communication. You're probably thinking that it's more so about you having the space and time and protection, but really I'm here to talk about you providing a safe space to your significant other and why that's important. And if you fail to do it, it could just lead to some harsh realities. All right, so the importance of having a safe space. One of the biggest lies that I have to say that I probably believed in myself was that men don't have feelings, that they don't end up, excuse me one second, there you go, that men don't end up feeling things that women feel, and they tend to not be emotional. And I used to fall for that. I used to think, oh, men just aren't emotional, they just don't understand, they just aren't in touch with their feelings. And ladies, I have to say that I disagree. All right. I put it out there. No, I'm not batting for the other team. I'm for Team Queens all day. But when something is wrong and we're wrong about it, I'm going to call us out on it. So I was wrong. If you feel that way, Queen, I'm here to tell you you're wrong as well. Because that is not how we were designed. That is not how we were created. Granted, the way that men and women go about dealing with feelings and emotions is different. Now, with you there, but men definitely are emotional and they definitely have feelings. Here's where they beat us at, ladies. I know you're probably not trying to hear this. I'm telling you, they're beating us at something. They beat us at just how who they trust with the information, who they feel as though they are comfortable with being vulnerable with. Yes, men are able to be vulnerable when you provide a safe space for them. Here's why this is important. When you're in a marriage and you hear, have you ever heard of like married couples having, I hate that term, work husbands and work wives, and it's a ridiculous term, but people are running to other people, not their spouse, clearly, to share things that is going on with them, to share things that they really need help talking through. If you're doing this, Queen, I encourage you to stop and for you to get back in touch with yourself eternally about what it is that you're feeling and why you're feeling that way. And I'm a huge advocate for getting counseling. So I definitely want to put a plug in there for www.psychologytoday.com. That is where I was able to find my therapist. It is a legit website where you can, it's basically like the LinkedIn for therapists and social workers. Like, go to psychologytoday.com. You will thank me later. But you have spouses going outside of their marriage to talk about things with people that have nothing to do with their marriage. And I believe that this is not healthy. And the reason that this is happening is because husbands and wives don't feel as though they have a safe space in their marriage to communicate things that they're going through with their significant other. Communication is probably one of the biggest reasons why couples end up getting divorced, or they just end up shutting down and not even wanting to participate in the marriage anymore. And Queen, the reason I'm telling you to provide the safe space, because I know you're probably thinking, okay, what about me? Queen, I'm going to be honest with you. Us women, when we have a problem or when something is bothering us, if somebody got on our nerves at work, we have no problem unloading. We have no problem unloading. We've probably complained about our same coworker 10 times in 1 month, and no matter how many times we bring it up to our bae, he don't know what the heck we're talking about. He doesn't even know the colleague name. You can say their name, and is anybody else here with me? You can say the person's name, and he'll be like, who? What are you talking about? So Queen, you're good. I feel like you are already in this place where you feel like, look, I'm just going to unload. I'm just going to vent to you, because we tend to see our men as like our girlfriends, like in a way. Of course, they're not women, but we tend to. Have you ever like been in a conversation with your guy and you're just like, girl, and then you be like, oh my bad, babe. Like, you forget who you're talking to. You get so comfortable. So Queen, I'm not talking to us. I'm literally talking about something that we need to do in order to provide a safe space for the men that we're saying that we want to be with and spend the rest of our life with. And Queen, this isn't something that is just instant. It takes time, because I sense that a lot of us, we love to talk, we love to offer, we love to give support, but we don't know how to listen, and we don't know how to provide a safe space. So providing a safe space for your man to be vulnerable, for your man to be emotional, for your man to feel as though he can trust you with information that he probably never told anyone a day in his life. This is something that you have to spend the rest of your lives. Don't make it seem like it's such a long time, because when you say I do, you're saying the rest of your life. This is something that you have the rest of your life to learn. Even if you want to ask your husband or your fiance, whoever you're in a committed relationship with, what is it that I can do to provide a safe space for you? Now, granted, a lot of men just want you to listen. A lot of men just want you to listen. They don't want you to offer advice all the time. They don't want you to be their doctor. They don't want you to be their counselor. And you know what you shouldn't do? You shouldn't diagnose. Yes, I had to learn that the hard way, because I am so good at just offering suggestions and recommendations. Because ladies, we have this ability in us where we just want to help. We're helpmates, and we just are like, I just want to help. You are helping by providing a safe space, whereas though your bae should be able to confide in you about things that are troubling him. He should be able to be in a space where he's frustrated, where he's upset. It's hard to see them like this, because we want to help, we want to fix it. It's like we want to run to them like they're our child. Think of it that way. It's really bad. You should not look at your man like he's your child. When your child gets a boo-boo, oh, mommy wants to fix it. No, you are a helpmate as well, by being supportive, by listening, and by making sure that that information that your significant other is sharing with you stays in the space and does not leave that space, okay? This isn't for you to go and talk to your girlfriends about his issues. This isn't for you to go and talk to some guy friends that you have to get their feedback. That's not providing a safe space. It's not. It's damaging, and you may feel like, oh, he'll never know about it, and it's just not. It's just not a safe space at all. You never know when in future. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a podcast topic on this, about friends and how friends can make your safe space dangerous. Because we love our friends, we love our girlfriends, but we also have to realize that sometimes how close we are in the information that we share with our friends, when it's not our information to be sharing, and it's a person that we gave our word that everything they share with us would stay with us, it can be damaging. And I told you in the intro, hey, if I didn't learn this lesson, I don't even know if I'd be married today, because Queen T got herself in a little situation, and I very much had to realize, okay, I have to provide a safe space just as much as I want my now husband to provide a safe space for me. Even though sometimes I don't even consider if the space is safe when I'm talking to him, I'm just venting. I'm just, so we have to learn. We have to learn to listen, and we have to learn to be a holder and we have to prove that we can be trusted. Okay, we have to prove that we can be trusted, and proving that you can be trusted is not an easy thing. So yes, ladies, this is a short, I feel like it's a short video. I'm going to end it because my computer is telling me that it's about to die, and I don't want it to shut down, and then I have to figure out how to merge two videos. Again, I just don't feel like getting into the text of it. To be honest with you, it is, oh my God, it is 1 a.m. my time. I didn't even know that it was 1 a.m. I knew it was about 11 or midnight, but I didn't know it was 1 a.m. already. But having a safe space, and the importance of having a safe space, here's some tips before I lose you. Number one, you should definitely always be willing to listen. If your boo or bae ends up getting quiet, be supportive and be like, is there anything else you want to share with me, babe? I'm sorry, babe, or, it's going to be all right. Just offer supportive words, light support. Don't overdo it. Just don't overdo it. Sometimes people just want to vent. Sometimes people just want to be upset. Just let them be upset. Don't try to be the pep squad cheerleader all the time. Like, just empathize with them. Like, dang, babe, like, that's tough. I wouldn't know what to do with that situation either. Or, babe, you know what? It's gonna be okay. Don't try to offer solutions and guidance. Let him be the hero to his own story. If he starts to share things about his past or his childhood, things that are really touching, apologize for it, even though you weren't there, you had nothing to do with it. But if we all could go back in time to something in our childhood that was really traumatic, wouldn't you want an apology? That's the way I look at it. Provide a safe space, and don't feel the need to bring it up ever again. That is number two. Do not feel the need to bring it up again. When they bring it up, let them bring it up when they want to bring it up. Don't feel as though you're the one who has to lead the conversation, or you have to remind them of something traumatic. Imagine someone bringing up something traumatic. I can say, for instance, like when people bring up things in my book, in 3 Rings and a Promise, and I'm not like in a space where I'm ready to talk about it, it can be sometimes traumatic for me. Like it's like reliving it all over again. You wouldn't want anyone to do that to you. So I advise that you not do that to your boo or bae. And 3, don't bring it up to your girlfriends, okay? Don't bring it up to your guy friends to try to get a guy's point of view. It's these things that we do, ladies, where we feel like, I just want to help. You're not helping, you're hurting. And you're hurting the situation by sharing it with another guy, and it's making your man look weak. That's exactly what it's doing. No man wants to look weak in front of another man. And men, their strength is everything for them. And by you sharing something very personal, something very traumatic for them with another guy, that guy is going to think that, man, like you're a person that he can't even trust. He would never share anything with you. Or you're going to make him think that he can't share anything with another female, because he'll think that a female will do exactly what you're doing. So that's why I say be careful when we get into these moods and senses where we are trying to be overly helpful, because you really want to make sure, okay, am I doing this because I really want to help, or am I doing this because this is for me? I want to feel good that I did something. All right, Queen. So that's my time for the day. The importance of providing a safe space, being there for Bay, also being a better listener, making sure that you're not trying to be the pep squad cheerleader all the time. Just be supportive, just be mentally there, be aware, and don't repeat it ever again. And don't feel the need to bring it up just to remind him of something. Don't even try to bring it up like a future solution. Just let that man feel as though he can trust you with information. And I promise you, Queen, it will build a better bond between the both of you. All right? I love you, Queens. Have a blessed weekend. Take care. Enjoy. Till next time, this is the Fiance Coach connecting you to your true wife goals. Let's roll.